Hey YouTube, just a quick update, passing along some additional thoughts on the 2436. I did my first cook on Veterans Day and thought I would pass along some of those impressions for those of you who might be looking to get one. First, I cannot stress enough, go watch Fam Eats on YouTube. Him and his family do a fantastic job of highlighting this smoker, going into so much more detail. Really, the only thing I'm trying to do here is just to give you another confirming opinion, basically validating what they have already said, kind of like two witnesses. Now, it's hard not to go all in after watching those videos. They're like the perfect infomercial for smokers, especially the 2436. Then if you go and watch the Shirley Fabrication channel, you'll see Paul talking about the 2436 and talking apples to apples comparisons. And if you're like me, you're sold. But you also might be wondering about if it's just a bunch of excitement or hype. And so stepping back from that excitement, here's my thoughts on the smoker after the first cook. Now, a disclaimer, I do have other smokers that are 1/4 inch traditional flow smokers. So I do have quality smokers. I do have a informed opinion on what makes a quality smoker. This was my first cook on a reverse flow. So my overall impression is a mixture of that is so cool to, well, that was different. Really depending on what part of the cook I was in. So let's talk through the that is cool moments. The cooker is by far the best built smoker I've ever seen, touched, laid my hands on. It is larger than it appears. I really can't stress this enough. Coming from a 20 by 40 pipe traditional offset, I was surprised how much the cabinet style opened up the chamber. The videos do not do this justice. I mean, you can fit a ton of meat in this smoker. For the normal backyard barbecue hero, this smoker is more than enough. The firebox is easy to maintain. I use a chimney of charcoal to start the coal bed. I added a small split or two of maple every 45 minutes. Now, maple burns a little hotter, so the splits can't replenish the coal bed fast enough to maintain it. Not a problem. I just add another chimney every 2 to 3 hours. This method kept the fire super clean, and the temps were really even in the smoker. The firebox basket and the ash pan. Guys, these are no joke. I welded my own fire management basket, kind of V-style, and I felt guilty putting it in there. Seeing all that fine craftsmanship next to my clunker basket, it's just really easy then to compare and contrast the quality of what Shirley builds. As I was putting the V-basket in, I could hear Paul from his videos when he highlights the baskets that they build. Hey, we don't just weld some crap throwing it in here. And I thought, oh man, I am so sorry, Paul. I am so glad you're not here to see this. Well, truth be told, honestly, it'd have been kind of awesome if he'd have been there to see this. But that just goes to the detail of the build. I've used that other same basket in my other smokers. Honestly, never thought twice about it. So the quality of the smoker, clearly one of the top cool moments. You just know you're cooking on something that's really special. All right, let's talk about the top that is different moment. Now, this is probably due to me never having cooked on a reverse flow. But this smoker, this cook was as close to set it and forget it as I can imagine, other than just using a pellet smoker. I am so used to moving the fire around, moving the meat around, using a water pan. None of that was needed with this cook. To be honest, I was really nervous about buying a reverse flow. Two of the top premium smoker market builders in Texas are very negative on reverse flow. They don't build reverse flow, and they have posted on their website or written papers and published articles on why they don't like reverse flow. I have to say, my experience was very different than what I thought it would be based on the perspective they had shared. Literally, my experience was open the firebox door, stoke the fire. By the way, when Shirley mentions that they give you a free fire poker, they are not giving you like a little fire poker like you get at Lowe's or Home Depot. This is like a Thor hammer fire poker. This sucker's huge. Anyway, stoke the fire, throw on a small split, close the door. Done. It was almost too easy. If you're coming from a cheap offset or some other type of mess with it smoker, this might surprise you. The smoke burned very clean. It was easy to dial in the temperature on the fire. The final product, a brisket and a pork butt, was fantastic. Had a nice smoke ring, clean smoke flavor. I used maple wood as my family likes a mild smoke flavor. The smoke profile, right on the money. All right, final thoughts on this. From my videos, you can tell I like to collect smokers, and I've had a few. All of them are quality made. All are in the middle market, Texas Original Pit, Horizon, all of that type of smoker. They are not cheap offsets from a box store. You guys can tell from my videos, I'm an amateur welder. Not a good welder, amateur welder. And I've welded on cheap offset smokers. So I understand about a cheap offset smoker, and I understand basic rudimentary welding. Combine those two things together, I can honestly tell you, Shirley Fabrication, they take it to a whole nother level. Seriously, this is not like any other smoker that I've gotten to put my hands on. If you're on the fence, if you're not sure it's all hype, it's all social media, it's just the buzz, honest, true opinion, this smoker is probably the best smoker I will ever own. I'm a backyard cook. This smoker was at the top of my price point. For the money, you can't beat it. For double the money, you can't beat it. I would roll it up next to any of the premium builders next to their smokers and not feel the least bit out of place. A Shirley Fabrication is definitely worth the price. It's definitely worth the wait. Now again, if you want to learn more about Shirley Fabrication, please go check out their channel or go check out Fam Eats. Again, that family's done a phenomenal job of posting video content that really highlights what makes these smokers unique. Thanks for watching.